Welcome back, boys and girls, and we are on day 2 of Writer's Workshop. If you remember correctly, on Monday, we practiced drawing our circle and our triangle. So let's review. On Monday, your homework was to draw a sun. So I'm actually going to draw 2 suns because I saw suns like this that had straight lines for rays, and I saw suns like this that used triangles all the way around. And you know what? Any way you made your sun, as long as you used a circle, you did it correct. And on our second shape was a triangle, and that one you needed to use triangles to make how many trees? 3. So let's see. I'm gonna do it 2 ways. This way to make a tree, and I don't have my brown marker, so I'm just using green. And then this way is another way I could have done a tree to kind of make it look more like an evergreen. And then I ran out of space. So this would be how it would look too. So there's my 3 trees. I wonder what shapes we're going to learn today. We have 2 more. So let's get started. All right, make sure you have your paper and your pencil or your whiteboard and your marker, or markers if you have your paper. Whatever your adult says is okay for writing. A great thing would be to have a notebook like this because you could keep all of it together, but if you don't have it, anything that's like this will work. So we're going to start off with drawing our 4 spots and then labeling them with your numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Such a great thing that you already learned your numbers with Mrs. J. Sorry, my camera is really shaky today. And I'm gonna write homework here so that I know that's where our homework goes. That helps my brain remember. So today we are going to learn about the rectangle. Now I know you already learned about rectangles with Mrs. J. So let's remember. A rectangle has how many sides? 4. Good job. And are they all the same? Nope, that would be a square. They have 2 short sides and 2 long sides. So go like this with your fingers. Now you're gonna turn your hand one way and now flip it like that. Look at what you just made. You made a rectangle. So you have 2 short sides are your thumbs and your 2 long sides are your pointer fingers. Look at that, you made your own rectangle. So let's make a rectangle on our paper. Now you could do it an up and down rectangle or a side to side. I'm going to do both to show you, but you can do it any way you want. So short side, long side, short side, long side. And there are my rectangles. Now you do it. Good job. All right, this time we're gonna draw something that's really fun to get. Now think, maybe at your birthday, or maybe at Christmas, or a special occasion that you might get this. What would it be? A present. So present could be like a square, but sometimes they can be a rectangle. So let's try and make a present that's a rectangle. I'm gonna do it the long way like this. And I'm gonna do short side, long side, short side. And you know what? I'm gonna draw some more rectangles on it to make it look like wrapping paper in a bow. So here's gonna be another rectangle, and then another rectangle, and another rectangle like that. And then because I'm really not good at bows, this time I'm just going to use some squiggly lines on top. And there's my present. You do it. All right, are we ready to do our next one? Our next one is going to be a little tricky. Are you ready? We're gonna draw a truck. Do you think you can draw a truck? We're going to use rectangles and circles to draw our truck. So watch before you start drawing, because we're gonna do a couple different things. We're gonna start with a big fat rectangle. You gotta make sure you leave space over here and on the bottom. Now we're gonna draw a small rectangle. And now we need to draw a circle and a circle and another circle. And guess what? We're gonna even add a triangle like this. And then you're gonna another rectangle. And there's our truck. Look at how cool you are. Now, if you want, you could write what it is. You could label it, but you don't have to. Now, for homework, I want you to draw me a house. You need to use at least, let's say 4 rectangles. So maybe the house is a rectangle. Maybe you have a door, a couple windows. You surprise me. And maybe throw in even a triangle for the roof. I want to know what you think your house looks like, or somebody else's house using rectangles. So before we turn the page, let's write or label our rectangle. R-E-C-T-A-N-G-E. Rectangle. Look at that. You don't even know all those letters yet. You are so smart. Now, let's turn our page. This is red. It's like to label the dates on here so that when I check your homework, I know what date. Now, again, you can flip your paper, you can pause the video, and you can erase or take a picture of your board, however you want to do it. Everybody else, you can start by making your 4 boxes and labeling them with your numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. And again, Mrs. Raditz is going to write homework. All right, now we are on our 4th shape. Today, we are going to also add a half circle. Now, what is a half circle? What are some things that you know are a half circle? Like a half a piece of pie, or a half a pie, or half a cake if it's a round cake. Or there's this thing that's up in the sky. There's actually 2 things up in the sky. One can't be half unless it's an eclipse. The other one does different sizes throughout the month. The moon could be a half circle. Today, we are going to draw a half circle. So I do it this way. I start with a straight line down, and then I curve around to connect it. And that's my half circle. And you're asking, why are we learning how to draw a half circle? Well, one, if you ever want to draw a moon, right? Or maybe half of a table, because in our classrooms, we do have like a horseshoe kind of circle or table. So you would need to learn how to draw a half of a circle and then another half circle and connect them. So different things. Or a sideways smile. It's a half circle, just sideways, or this way. But let's practice. So our next thing we're going to do is draw a moon. I'm going to draw my half circle. And then I'm going to go from, instead of drawing a straight line down, I'm going to start at the point and go down like that. And I'm going to label them because you know what? They could look like something else. You do it. All right. Now this next one is a yummy one. I bet none of you are going to think that about this one. This is Raditz has to think about how I draw this. So I'm going to do this and then like this because I want it to be open, and it would be so much better if I had my crayons. Anybody guess? It's a taco. Taco. See, you need to kind of have a half circle for that. Now, your homework, I want you to draw me a rainbow. And you're going to use half circles. So you got to think about it. Think about what a rainbow looks like and use some rainbow colors. It doesn't have to be a real rainbow color, but show me using different colors. Now, let's get ready to label our work. Today, it is a half circle. Good job. All right. I will see you tomorrow at morning meeting, and we will be back on Friday for Writer's Workshop. Bye, guys.